Hello, it's Bros99 here, and I'm going to be recording a 4v4 StarCraft 2 game. Now, I spawn up here in the upper corner as the orange Terran. My allies are going to be Devious, the pink Terran, Reaper, the orange Protoss, and Cue Ball, the yellow Protoss. My enemies are going to be Obese, the purple Terran, Iridescent, the teal Protoss. Those players are so irritating, you know. They just sit there and keep going game after game after game, hoping to get experience. Oh, looks like he finally moved his probes. Must have just been a mistake. Archangel, the blue Terran, and Madison, the red Terran. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you a really good strategy that's good for bronze and silver players that I do. So, I'm building my supply depot. So is pink. Green's getting its first pylon up. Everything seems good. It seems like standard Terran and Protoss plays. But then I do something out of the ordinary. I get my first barracks, which is normal, you know, just standard Terran play. Ooh, Yellow's barely getting his first pylon at the 2-minute and 50-second mark. Not so good, but you know, give and take. Green's doing a good build, and then I come and get a second barracks, and then a third barracks. Now I bet all of you are thinking, oh, he's gonna rush. Well, you're right. But the way that I rush is, you don't take your whole army. You just make a couple units and attack at about the 5-minute mark, and then spend the rest of your resources on Marines to cover you up. So the first attack is probably going to do some damage, but not destroy them, not kill them. And yep, Yellow finally getting that gateway up. Green getting his second gateway, doing good. Pink making a second barracks. And a bunker. And I already start to make Marines. Purple getting an engineering base. And an orbital command center. Orbital command. Red doesn't have an orbital command. Now, I don't play Terran very much, so I forgot to get my orbital command, which could have helped a lot, because, you know, I could have scanned to see if I could really take them on. So I start building Marines. Now this is probably a mistake to just leave your worker there for a while. You should probably get him back to a mineral patch as soon as you can. But, you know, I am just a bronze player, so even though I used to be gold, I haven't played in a while, so yeah. Getting some Marines in the bunker. Well, a Marine and an SCV. The SCV is just chilling out there, you know, hanging with the big guys. One zealot. Good to always get that one zealot. And I start to move out. My little battalion. Dun 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 dun, we are gonna die. I love how Marines just like, they just sign up for the army. I'm talking about the StarCraft 2 Marines. They just sign up for the army even though they know that they're gonna die. Cause seriously, how many Marines have you had from the beginning of the game that survived to the end? So, a little bit of bad micro from me. I should have just shot away instead of coming over here, but that's okay. Gonna take out this pylon. Now as you can see, purple kind of panics and he is only making units from one thing. Not exactly the best thing to do. He should have started making units from all three of these, but whatever. And blue, no one's coming to help him out. Red started sending some Marines over there, but I could take those out easily. But I'm trying to take out that barrack so he can't make any more units, but here comes Red to stop me. Take them down one by one, but then these guys come up behind me, so I probably could have taken them out if I hadn't run, but whatever. And I'm gonna finish off that barracks, doing some pretty good damage to their front line. And since my allies have pretty good forces, I'm hoping they can just take out them and finish this game. Moving his workers out. I guess they go and attack me. Oh, they don't have a base. I didn't notice that before. So far, I'm doing the worst in, well, I'm doing the best in minerals, but I'm not doing so good in econ. I probably should be spending those minerals better, but I'm not. And here green moves out with his zealots and just completely ignores those two Marines. Completely ignores them. Here he goes. Here he goes. Even pink just ignores him. I'm moving out, and here's going to be the big attack. The main attack of the game. Here comes green with some zealots. Luckily, he did not. Luckily, I did enough damage to get that pylon out of the way for green to come in, charge, and basically finish off purple. Here I come to support with my small group of Marines. And we easily take out this team. Very, very good build for silver or bronze players. Just get 3 racks and then attack about the 5-minute mark and they won't see it coming. Now this isn't such as good of a build as in 1v1 because it's still a good build, but not as such as a good build because you don't know where their base actually is. But it's still a good build nonetheless. Take out the pylon. He should have warped in units with these to, you know, actually have a chance. And Teal, who seemed like a bot at first, leaves the game. Now I take out their workers because I don't want him to get money from it. And here comes Pete to support. And so far, 2 of their players have left the game. And the other 2 are going to be really annoying. And you know those players who stay until the very end of the game even though they may know they can't win? Just don't do that. That shit's rude. If you know you can't win, you say GG and you leave. Because it just wastes the other player's time, you know? But I mean, he knows he can't win. They should have just GG'd right there. Or, I guess they could have stayed or of at least until we started destroying their main base. But, once 2 of your allies are dead, and you have no forces, and they destroy your base, just GG. Don't get a barracks out of there and hide it in a corner. That's just rude. Not to say that I haven't been guilty of doing it myself. Scan! He scans for whatever reason. I guess he thinks it'll help him, even though he can clearly see what's going on. Purple lifted off all his good buildings before he rage quit. Here comes red with a small force. Can't really do anything. My one marine helping out pink's forces. Because it's always about me. That marine's the most important thing. Nah, no one cares about pink. I'm kidding. I kid. I keyed, as Ray William Johnson would say. You know, I guess you could call this build the Leroy Jenkins build, since you just rush in, you know. And usually your first horse just gets killed. So I guess you could call it the Leroy Jenkins build. If you haven't seen that YouTube video, go check it out. It's pretty awesome. And just has that random Viking sitting up there for whatever reason. Now I'm new to all this commentating stuff, so I may not sound that great in this video since it's my first ever StarCraft 2 casting video. So please rate, comment, and subscribe, or give me tips. It would really help me, because I'm trying to get some popularity on YouTube, you know? All I need is like 1,000 views or so. So yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe, please. Red being hunted down by those Void Rays. Void Rays are kind of OP if you think about it. I mean, they're just so good at destroying buildings and everything. And Pink having a little training camp or something, just training his units, swarming around like crazy fools. And see, this is the rude part. I mean, Red no longer has any forces. Dims aren't even his. Red and Blue, and they still haven't GG'd. And that's just rude, you know? Once your base is dead, once you have no forces left, and once your allies are dead, you should GG. You don't pull off your dead allies' bases to the side, like Blue tries to do right now. Because that's just rude, you know? But like I said, I think we've all been guilty of doing it when we just started out. Because, you know, some people, all of us like to be annoying sometimes. But don't do it. It's just rude. And there it goes. GG. This has been Bros99 with 4v4 StarCraft 2. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe.